When I went about selecting this, I had 5 things that I wanted to look at. And the top feature and benefit that I wanted to focus on was what we've been stressing all along, and that is the filter. So I started with the filter. What kind of filter is in this air purifier? Is it a true HEPA filter? Has it been certified to those industry standards that we were talking about, H14 at 99.995 MPPS? And does it come with a certificate of certification from that factory that tells me it is a HEPA filter? So when I selected an air purifier, that was the first thing I looked at.
Okay, so that's the first one. You started with the filter and you were satisfied with the performance of the filter. So what is the second most important benefit of this particular air purifier?
Well, I don't know if you noticed, Mark, but this unit is running at 90% capacity right now, and you can barely hear it at all. I don't know if you know it was even on.
No, I really didn't. I see now that the lights are on, but I didn't know before.
Right, so this unit here, second thing I wanted to focus on was the sound. You know, the kids at home right now doing remote learning from the pandemic, being forced to do everything inside the house in their bedrooms or in a localized room in the house where I had this air purifier placed. I wanted to make sure that noise back in the background wasn't interfering with their focus on their homework and their schoolwork.
Right, you want to take those distractions and those maybe excuses out of the equation. I get that. So it filters the way you want and it's quiet. What's the third benefit that this would deliver?
Well, what we look at with an air purifier is how much air does it filter out per hour. And there's a term that's thrown out there called air changes per hour, or ACH. And what that means is how many times the volume in that room runs through that HEPA filter per hour. This air purifier here runs at a 250 cubic feet per minute volumetric flow. So if we look at the type of standard air change rate recommendations that are on the market today or in the industry today, we look at what's recommended for residential applications. We look at the pharmaceuticals and hospitals and places like that, and they all range from, say, 2 air changes per hour to 12 to 20 air changes per hour. For a residential application, we want to focus on around 4 air changes per hour. So 4 times an hour, we want to filter the volume of air in this room. Every 15 minutes, we're filtering that air.
So then what would be the fourth most important feature benefit that this delivers?
There's other filters that are on the market and that are provided by air filter manufacturers as well that not only filter out the particulates in the air, but also the gaseous compounds in the air. So we want to look at a filter that has molecular filtration. And what we mean by that is that it captures gas molecules out of the air. And to do that, it has to have an activated carbon filtration element in it as well. So this filter here was a dual function filter. It captured not only particulate out of the airstream at H14, 99.995%, but it also was able to capture VOCs out of the air. So if you think about...
Okay, what does VOC, we've heard that phrase sometimes, and what does that mean, VOC?
VOC stands for volatile organic compounds.
Okay.
All right, and there's plenty of VOCs that are in the air inside the residential applications that are harmful and some that are not harmful. There's a lot of cleaning agents that generate these odors and gases, you know, from the bathroom cleaning agents, kitchen cleaning agents, carpet cleanings agents. So what we want to do is make sure that if they're in the air, our children are not breathing those as well. So I wanted to look at a air purifier that had dual functionality. So not only particulate, but gaseous.
Okay. So that's 4. So we're going to do number 5. So then what's the other feature that this could deliver to somebody? Is there one more?
Well, the final feature that I would say is going to be the filter life. So let's go back and we think about the furnace filters in your HVAC equipment. That filter there, even though it's a low efficient filter, you're changing that filter out once every 3 months at a minimum.
Correct.
All right, so this filter here, what I want to do is I don't want to change this filter out every 3 months. Having this here lasting 18 months at a minimum, it played into a big...
And let me ask, is that the molecular filter as well?
Yes. Now, molecular filtration, really it depends on the levels of gases that are in your room, but a typical household setting, you're not going to be injecting chemicals into the air.
Yeah, if you're stripping out tables or painting with an oil base, you might be, it's going to be...
You're not going to be heavy concentrations of gases in the air on a daily basis.
Okay.